Most cat owners believe their pets sleep peacefully by their side. But what if I told you that some of the things you do while they sleep are actually harming them, without you even realizing it? And the worst part is that your cat can't tell you. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal the hidden signs that your cat's rest is being disturbed, and how you can fix it starting today. Cats spend up to 16 hours a day sleeping. That means their rest is just as essential as food and water. When that rest is interrupted or disturbed, it doesn't just leave them tired. It affects their mood, their trust, and even their long-term health. And the surprising truth is that many of the things we do with love are quietly disturbing their sleep without us knowing. If you really care about your cat's well-being, you need to understand the hidden rules that protect their sleep. Because when you respect their cycles, their space, and their instincts, you're not just letting them rest. You're giving them the feeling they value most: safety. Here are the hidden rules you must know to protect your cat's sleep. Rule number 1. Don't touch their whiskers while they sleep. For us, whiskers might look like just another part of their face, but for cats, they are one of the most powerful sensors in their body. Even when they are in deep rest, whiskers remain active, constantly sending information to the brain. That's why a simple touch, a blanket brushing against them, or a hand adjusting their face can trigger a sudden alert response in their nervous system. If you've ever noticed tiny tremors in your cat's whiskers during sleep, that's not random movement. It's a sign they are in the REM stage, the most restorative phase of their rest. Any interference during that moment forces their brain to snap out of it, leaving them less rested and more irritable when they wake. The solution is simple. Never cover your cat's face with blankets, and avoid the temptation to smooth or adjust their whiskers while they are sleeping. If you want them to wake up calm and well-rested, you need to let those whiskers do their work in peace. Rule number 2. Stop moving their body to make them comfortable. Many owners with the best intentions see their cat curled up or twisted in an odd position and assume it must be uncomfortable. So they gently move a paw, adjust the body, or shift them onto a softer spot. The problem is that when you do this, you're not helping them rest. You're breaking their natural sleep cycle. Cats choose their positions carefully. What looks strange to us often feels perfectly safe and cozy to them. If you move them, their body instantly reacts as if their safety has been compromised, and the cycle of deep sleep is cut short. One clear sign of this is when your cat immediately changes position right after you've adjusted them. That isn't a choice. It's a defensive reaction to regain control over their comfort. The best thing you can do is trust your cat. Let them find their own position and resist the urge to interfere. They know exactly how to rest in a way that feels right for their body and their instincts. Rule number 3. Avoid blocking escape routes during sleep. Even when cats are resting, their survival instinct never fully switches off. They always keep a part of their awareness ready for a quick escape if something feels threatening. That's why many cats only choose to sleep in spots where they can leave quickly and without obstacles. If you unknowingly block their exit by placing a bag near their bed, closing a door, or even resting your legs in a way that cages them in, you're creating hidden stress. They may appear calm, but inside their body stays slightly tense, preventing them from reaching the deepest stages of sleep. Over time, this subtle tension can make them more irritable, more reactive, or even less trusting of certain resting places. The solution is simple but powerful. Always make sure your cat has a clear and easy way out from wherever they sleep. Whether it's the couch, a chair, or their favorite box, leaving an open path shows them that their instincts are respected. That sense of security is what allows them to finally let go and rest without holding back. Rule number 4. Don't pet them like a dog while they sleep. Heavy strokes down the back or sudden touches may feel affectionate to us, but for a sleeping cat, they can register as an unexpected attack. Their body, designed for survival, reacts instantly. You might notice the skin twitching, the ears flicking, or the tail giving a sudden movement. These are subtle signs that your touch is disturbing them, even if they don't wake up fully. Cats experience the world differently than dogs. While dogs often enjoy being handled even in their sleep, cats rely on a sense of control and awareness over their bodies. When you stroke them during rest, you're removing that control, forcing them to tense up instead of staying relaxed. The result is broken rest and a feeling of unease that builds over time. The solution is to wait. Let your cat wake naturally and seek affection on their terms. When they nudge you, climb onto your lap, or roll over invitingly, that's when your touch reinforces trust. Respecting their rest not only protects their sleep but also strengthens the bond between you and your cat. Rule number 5. Respect their silent zones. Cats are extremely selective about where they choose to sleep. Those places aren't random. They're carefully chosen based on temperature, smell, and a sense of safety. When you interfere with those zones, even with good intentions, you can unintentionally push your cat away. For example, washing or replacing their bedding too abruptly removes the familiar scent markers they've built up. To you, it smells fresh, but to your cat, it feels foreign, almost like you've taken away their personal territory. The same happens when you move their resting spots suddenly or fill the area with new objects. They may reject that place altogether, not because they don't like it anymore, but because it no longer feels like theirs. One way to avoid this is to make gradual changes. If you need to clean their blanket, keep an unwashed piece of fabric with their scent close by so the area still feels familiar. When introducing a new bed, place one of their toys or an item with their scent inside it before removing the old one. This way, their silent zones remain safe havens rather than unsettling surprises. Rule number 6. Don't misread purring at night. Most owners assume that whenever their cat purrs, it's a sign of pure happiness. But purring isn't always a celebration. Sometimes it's a form of self-soothing, and in certain cases, it can even signal discomfort or pain. If you hear your cat purring while they sleep, pay close attention to the details. A steady, relaxed purr with a loose body usually means they are content. But if the purr sounds irregular and their body feels stiff or tense, it can be a red flag. In these moments, the purring is less about joy and more about calming themselves through a stressful or uncomfortable state. The key is to look at context instead of assuming. Is your cat breathing evenly, lying in a natural position, and showing no signs of stress? Then the purring is probably just a soft soundtrack to their dreams. But if you notice stiffness, twitching, or shallow breathing, it's time to take a closer look at what might be wrong. And this last point is the most surprising of all, because it doesn't just reveal how your cat sleeps. It reveals how much they actually trust you. The position they choose around you is a direct reflection of the bond you share. A cat that curls up tightly with their back to you may still be guarding themselves, keeping one eye on safety. But a cat that stretches out fully, exposing their belly or lying with their paws in the air, is sending a powerful message. That level of vulnerability means they believe, in that moment, that nothing bad can happen to them under your watch. Trust is the invisible layer beneath every nap they take near you. If they choose to rest in your presence, it's because they feel your energy as part of their safety zone. Respecting their whiskers, their cycles, and their escape routes builds this trust over time. And when you notice your cat finally letting go, sleeping deeply beside you without hesitation, that's the clearest sign of love they can ever give you. Your cat's sleep is sacred. Respect their whiskers, their cycles, and their silent zones. Because when you protect their rest, you're not just helping them sleep better. You're showing them the deepest form of love they understand: safety. Now let me ask you, how many of these mistakes were you making without realizing it? And what changes will you try starting tonight? Share your experience in the comments, because your story might inspire the next video on this channel. If you want to discover more of these hidden signs that most owners overlook, this channel is the place to be. Subscribe now, and you'll start to understand your cat in ways most people never do. And since you're already here, don't stop. Because if sleep holds so many secrets, imagine what happens with purring. Most owners believe it always means happiness. But the truth is that sometimes it can signal the opposite, and doing the wrong thing in that moment can actually hurt your cat. In the next video, you'll learn how to read those signals correctly and what to avoid when your cat starts purring. Click on the video that just appeared on your screen and discover the truth before you make a mistake without even knowing it. I'll see you there.